Hello, beautiful people. Sorry, it's chilly here and I had to go put on a sweater cuz I'm freezing. Um Thank you for joining me on this beautiful second day of 2022. I was about to say 2021. The second day of 2022. Um Y'all know me doing last minute things. I'm gonna get it together though. Before this year is over with, I'm gonna get it together. I'm gonna have everything all where I need it to be at the exact appointed time. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me, guys, girl, and non-binary people. Wait a minute, why does that have? Oh, that is what it is. Sorry, y'all. Okay. Tonight's Sunday night dinner and convo is fresh start. I'm going to be drinking a juice tonight. Maybe next Sunday. I probably reserve Sundays for dinner. I've been juicing for 14 days. It's been pretty amazing. Um, Tonight we're talking about fresh start. It's the second day of a brand new year. Um, why not? Why not talk about fresh starts? I'm gonna go ahead and get my disclaimers out the way, and then we're going to get right up into this. Hold on, I need to go to Dollar Tree and get more because I'm running a little low. Can't have ashy lips out here in 2022. Um, I do not tolerate disrespect. That means any way, shape, form, or fashion. That's towards me. That's towards anybody that appears in the chat, that comes on the screen. There will be curse words. There will be maybe tears. My opinions are my opinions. Your opinions are your opinions. We are here to discuss, have a conversation, and better understand each other. I am not a mental health professional. I am just one woman willing to share my personal experiences to let you know that you are not alone and that whatever the fuck life throws at you, you can overcome it. You are better than any situation you have ever been in. Um, did I miss anything? I don't think I missed anything. Also, I want to share with y'all. I have a podcast. It's going with the nurturing conversations. It's called Nurturing Conversations. Today I got a little bit behind. Which I will tell you all about in just a minute. But today I got a little bit behind, so I have to record. I'm not going to be here long tonight because I have to record um my trailer. So let me tell y'all what happened. Let me just tell you what happened. I was too excited. I got the headphones on. I pressed record on the podcast. I'm just talking with the trailer. I'm like, yes, I'm you excited. You're killing it. I was like, oh, this is gonna be so good. And then I looked at the thing and my heart just completely sank. And you know what happened? On my whenever I go live, that's why sometimes you guys can't hear me when I go live. There's a little red button I'm supposed to press when I'm recording. So my computer was actually recording, but the sounds from the mic wasn't going through my recording software. So all of that time I spent making that trailer, now I have to do it all over. But I guess I got the nerves out for it. I don't know, but oh, y'all should. If y'all could have felt, my heart literally hit the floor, and I was like, man, I was saying some good. Like when you're just going off the cuff, you saying like really good things. I said, I'm just gonna keep the little red button on all the time now, so I don't have to worry about pressing it or not pressing it. But yeah, I'm excited. So I'll work on it after I finish this. But Happy New Year. Um, I hope that your new year, your holidays has been, everything that you could want and more. I hope that as you crossed over into 2022, you crossed over with a plan. Last year at the beginning of this time, I was like, yeah, you got to write lists and do all of that. And that helped me. That helped me a whole lot. And this year I was just like, you know what? I'm going into 2022 with no fear, and whatever it is that comes to my heart and my mind that I want, I am going to go after it. not letting fear stop me anymore. I'm not letting anything hold me back. I'm over it. I'm over all of that. I'm over fear. I'm over insecurities. I'm over all of that. I'm going after everything. And so as we were exiting 2021 and we were entering 2022, I told this story yesterday, but I'm gonna tell it again today because maybe you didn't hear it. There was a music artist I wanted to work with, and at the beginning of last year, I had sent them a message and was like, "Hey, you know, let's work." And they left me on red, and I was like, sometimes you see the left on red, you feel some kind of way. But I didn't even feel any kind of way. I was like, I made the first step last year. I'm leaping out of the fear zone, made the first step. So then a couple of weeks ago, or not a couple of weeks ago, actually a week ago, um, they started, posting stats like, hey, I'm about to get back into doing music. Hey, I'm about to start doing this or whatever. And so 2 days ago, they were like, hey, I'm about to work on a major project and you guys, and I was just like, you know what? Why not? So I went to the emails like, hey, just following up with you from the message I sent you earlier. And it was like, hey, let's meet. What's your schedule like tomorrow? Which was New Year's Day. And I was like, I'm free. And they was like, well, what's a good time for you? I was like, 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, New Year's Day. I mean, who does that? And then I was like, they came back. I was like, yeah, let's do it. And I was like, okay. So I got up and like it was one of the best ways. I'm so excited that I did it. I'm so excited that I started 2022. That I started 2022 the way I wanted it to be started, like going after everything, everything. Tonight's topic is fresh start. Like it's a new year. We only 2 days into it. You have 360 no. Yeah, 363 days. 363 days to change your life. Um I got a video that's coming up where I was just like, I'm going to use January. Like last year, I used my YouTube channel, this YouTube channel, to figure out the different content that I was going to offer. And I figured it out. Thank you all for tuning in and supporting and liking and disliking and letting me know what I should and should not be doing. I appreciate that. Like, most people will feel some kind of way, but I appreciate that because that lets me know you're watching me. So if you don't want to see whatever, just let me know. I'll take that in consideration. But you guys help me plan out my content. So I'm going to be uploading here. I'm going to be uploading on my ASMR channel and my music channel. So I'm taking on a huge task, but hey, I was able to do it last year half-assedly. I don't even know if that's a word, but I half-assed a lot of stuff because I was trying to figure it out and if I wanted to dedicate all of my time to it. But this year, I'm dedicating as I'm giving everything. I'm giving everything I got to it. Sorry, y'all. I usually don't like to talk with gum in my mouth, but hey, um, everything I got to it. And then I started to think like January, I'm going to try my hand at everything that I try. I'm going to automate the process of everything that I tried in 2021. And I know that it'll work. So January is going to be the foundational. It's going to be the testing period because you got 11 other months to figure it out. But January, I'm using it to test, and I'm hoping, not hoping, everything will be successful. Everything will be successful as I continue to grow, continue to learn, continue to love, continue to let go, just continue to be. It's a fresh start. It's it's a fresh start. Like I was sitting and I was just thinking like normally when the new year comes in, I'm just, surrounded by loved ones. It's a happening time. Everything is going. But the last 2 years it's just been me and peace and silence and well, not really silence because I don't know if where you live, but where I live, it was like ooh, it was crazy. It was everything from small booms to big booms. And I was like, let me go in here and go to sleep because, yeah, I don't. I don't know how old you are. I don't even know if it has anything to do with age, but usually I would be up out to see the new year and I'd be all excited. But now I find myself going to sleep before the new year actually comes in. And then I wake up so rested. I don't know what that is. I don't know what it's about. But yeah, I'm super excited. We're only on the second day of this year, and if the second day is any indication, the first 2 days are any indication of what the rest of this month is going to be like, I am in for a lot. And given the shit that I've experienced in my life, I'm ready for it. I'm truly am ready to conquer, accomplish, learn. I'm stepping into cryptocurrency. Is that what it is? I think this is what it's called. I just signed up for to learn about NFTs, non-fungible tokens. So I'm telling you, I'm touching everything that I can, every opportunity that I feel fits me. I'm going to take on that. If it doesn't fit me, I'm in a place now where I can use my words and say, hey, that's not something I want to do. Thank you for the opportunity, but that's not something I want to do. Um, I am so grateful to each and every one of you, um, because you all definitely helped me um, be better. When I do my videos, I say better, 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 and it's like a proclamation. Proclamation. There we go. Blah blah blah. Proclamation. It's like a proclamation, a affirmation for myself where I just want to be better. Like I literally want to be better. And so going back to positive affirmations during the day, or positive meditations, positive quotes, just sitting and journaling. Like there's so many different things that I've incorporated into my everyday life, and it definitely helps. That's why I said in my video yesterday, like I'm going to stick with positive affirmations. Or positive quotes. I'm going to stick with morning motivations, because it definitely helps me. Like the first thing, you get up in the morning and I'm meditating, like real life meditating. um it's definitely changed my life. I never would have thought I would be meditating or doing yoga or half of the shit that I'm doing right now, but I am, and I'm actually enjoying it, like thoroughly enjoying it. I love to read. Um my family send me like books like online. Like I love books, but I haven't got it. I'm not going to say I can't. I haven't got into the swipe for reading. Like I feel like I have to have the pages in my hand and turn and highlight or mark. So I'll get there, but right now I just need a book. So I have a bunch of books. I got books for Christmas. I got a bunch of um new software, new just everything. So I'm fresh start, new beginnings. I am going to thoroughly, thoroughly enjoy um the new journey. I'm still on a journey of healing and self-discovery. Last year was pretty much me letting go or grieving grieving what was, and this year I am going to move past grief and grow and share with you all of those experiences. Share with you the experiences of my entrepreneurial journeys, music journeys. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm so excited just about all of the opportunities. Like the world is open, not literally, is it? It's not literally open because given what's going on, but it's like I have the opportunity to do pretty much anything. Like there's no, I'm not afraid. I'm open to it. When I think about it, like I wanted to turn nurturing conversations into an actual podcast. And for months, I kept saying, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I got the formats, I got the trailer, I got everything all written out. I just have to sit here like I'm doing right now and just speak it into, I got my intro music, outro music, I got everything all laid out. I just had to have the courage to sit and do it, and I'm excited. I'm excited to get it done. But yeah, not so much, let's not just focus on me, right? Um let's talk about um crossing over into a new year, knowing that, you carried a lot of stuff all 2021 and crossing over to 2022. I think it's important to establish boundaries. I think it's important to um actually know where you want to go, like have a vision, have a goal, have aspirations. So then, like, say you want to write a book, right? Figuring out a topic, figuring out um basically like who you're going to address, who your audience is, figuring out like book covers, figuring out how you're going to release the book, like figuring out all those things. Um, just understanding like where you want to go. And in order to understand where you want to go, you have to understand where you were, where you have been, where you presently are, so that you can be better on the journey to where you want to get to. I think I said that right. It came out. I think I said it how it was in my head. In order to get to the place you want to go, you have to let go of the things that you once had and presently make each step towards forward. There we go. Take steps forwards. That's what my video today is, the first steps. But taking a step forward, and once you make up in your mind, like I know most people do New Year's resolutions or vision boards or manifestation journals or anything like that. The first step to all of that is being able to see or believe it. Like, you believe that you are going to be successful on YouTube in 2022. You believe that you are going to establish the business, you are going to get a raise. You believe that. If you believe it and you work hard as though it is already, and then you before you know it, you actually have it. I remember I used to do vision boards, and I actually found, while I was cleaning off my Facebook, I've been doing a lot of cleaning up of stuff, of social medias. But I was cleaning off my Facebook photos, and I was just like, oh my God, I forgot that I actually did a music vision board. Excuse me. And then when I was looking at it, I kind of laughed like I just did right there, because I was just like, um it's amazing how, like, where you see yourself, like when you look like in the future, like, they ask you like what's or in they ask you like, what do you want to be when you grow up, or what's your goals, what's your 365 goals, like what's your goals, and then you have like, oh, I want to have a make $1 million, or I want to do this. And it's like, okay, what are the steps you're going to take to do that? And it's like, oh well, yeah. So I've been more mindful of, I want to have a podcast, right? Perfect example. I want to have a podcast. When am I going to release the podcast? What is the topic of the podcast? Why am I doing the podcast? Who do my target audience? Just understanding everything that you can about the journey, even with life. Like, we're all about to turn another year, or maybe, you just turned a year and your birthday's not to the end of next year. But like, what do you want this year of your life to be like? Like, do you want it to be success? Do you want it to be health? Do you want it to be love? Do you want it to be filled with prosperity? Like, what is it that you want this year to be? And I'm actually, I got my journal right here. They say I'm a dreamer. I got my journal right here, and I just been writing down things like that I want to accomplish, or like places I want to go, and just people I want to speak to. And I more so just want to like be more comfortable in environments that I'm not really familiar in. Like, I want to talk to more people in the entrepreneurial space, because like I said, I want to get into cryptocurrency. I know like a lot of music artists are getting into cryptocurrency, and I definitely want to. I definitely that's a space I know I definitely want to be in. So I'm not knowledgeable in it. So the next couple of months I'm taking courses in that. Um, if you are looking like you want to do business or you want to do whatever it is that you want to do, I'm pretty sure like especially if you're on LinkedIn, they have all kinds of like little courses and classes and certifications that you can get. So I'm taking a NFT certification course. So that I could just be more knowledgeable. Like I'm not just gonna jump in. Everybody's like, "Oh, you should just get an NFT," and I'm like, "What is an NFT?" Okay, it's a non fungible token. Okay, now what is it? Like, how does it operate? Like, how is it money, like how does it work? So me, I'm the type that I want to like know. I have to know, like I have to read as much as I can. I have to know, like even with doing the podcast, it's like I need to know, okay, what outlets do I need to upload it to? What are the dimensions for the cover art? It's so many different things, but like learning the basics of everything and then just building as you grow. I had a conversation earlier with an artist, and they were like, "Hey, I need somebody to show me how to do this." And then in my mind, I'm saying in my mind, like, you don't need anybody to show you how to do that. The best way to do it is just to do it. And I said that in my mind, and then before I knew it, I was like, "Hey, listen, you said I'm gonna just wait till somebody show me how to do it, but the reality of it is the best way to do it is just to do it." Like I learned how to bake a cake not from just reading a recipe. Like my grandmother was like, "Hey, this is what you do. Put the eggs, crack the eggs, whip it with the actual mixer." Like she taught me step by step. Yes, I didn't wait for her to do that, but she it was the actual hands-on of it that helped me get to the point where I know how to bake a cake. Like I feel like there's so much like YouTube and Google and like people in our inner circles that can help us get to the place that we want to go, but um sometimes we don't tap into the resources that we have around us because we are looking for, or even in ourselves. Sometimes we don't believe in our ability to like make a beat or record our own YouTube videos or make our own YouTube intros or edit our own YouTube videos. Um I was talking to someone earlier and it was like, "Hey, what's a good computer for me to buy for YouTube?" And I was like, what kind of phone do you have in your hand?" And it was like, "I have an iPhone 13 Max or Pro or something like that." I was like, that's the best camera. The cinematic, hey, that's the best camera. All you need to get is a ring light and a tripod and start right there. And they were like, "Nah, because I was like, no, 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 no. I'm gonna tell you, just get that and then look on your phone. Tell me if you have this app." And I was like, iMovie. And you could just start right there. You don't have to buy all of the big stuff just yet. Just start with what you have. I remember when I was going to church or growing up in church, they would be like, if you can't handle the small things, if you can handle the small things, he'll make you ruler over many. I think I said that right. I hope I said that right. And so in my mind, I was just thinking, like, you know what? I have all this equipment. I have a phone. I have all of this, but I wasn't utilizing it to the best of my abilities. And I said, I'm not going to just be like, you'd be like, "Oh, if I had a new computer." And I kept saying that at the same time, I'm using the computer that I have now. It's like, "Oh, if I have a new computer, then I could do this." And it's like, no, I don't need a new computer to do that. I have to use the computer that I have now. Everything that I have right here, um, I need to utilize that before I can get something else. And that was part of me growing up. Like growing not just like in age, but that was part of me growing up where I felt like, okay, I before I started my other podcast, I told my brother like, "Oh, I need a SM7B mic and I need this and I need that." And he was like, "You already have a recording studio at your house. You don't need all of that. You just need a mic and a preamp." And now it's like, "No, cuz it got to sound crisp and it's got to be this." And then it was just like, "You know what? You're right." So I started the podcast with just a regular plain old mic, and then um he saw that I was actually using the things that I had, and he was like, "Well, since I see that you're working," here you go. Here's the SMB F SM7B mic, that most people use for podcasting. It's just putting yourself in the space of like I tell people, like, if people see you're trying, if people see that you are trying, if people see that you are taking a step, they'll be more likely to help you. And for me, like, that has been that has been a really tough thing for me, accepting help. And um it's not like, oh, I'm too good for help or anything like that. It's just I have always had this thing where, like, I can do it, I can handle it, I can do it. um are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine, nothing's bothering me. I always had that, but last year I, like, completely let that go. I let it go. I didn't want it anymore. I don't want it around me. I need help. I don't know. I was saying all of those things, and it was the greatest thing that ever happened to me. Um it set me up to meet new people. It set me up to figure out different aspects of the business that I'm in, that I could offer, or I can help, or even new things that I can learn, even just like learning. Learning is different for me now. Like before, before the pandemic, we were in class, and you could go to class and got your notebooks and everything. And so I've been going to virtual school for women entrepreneurship, and it was the most difficult thing for me. It was difficult. And I'm telling y'all this because you might be in the midst of something that is difficult for you. And I definitely wanted to give up, but I kept telling myself, like, yeah, I'm never giving up on anything ever in life. And I was like, well, this is going to be the first time, because I don't, I like to sit in class. I like to raise my hand. I like to do all of that. So that was so weird for me. And after the first class, I was like, just relax, calm down. You got this. You just gotta schedule time. You gotta figure out, watch the videos. You gotta get ink for your printer. You gotta just settle down. And so I settled down. And then the next class, it was a little, is getting in there. It's like the watching videos, because it's like the new class thing, like they didn't have like a actual virtual class. It was just like have a bunch of videos, and then you watch the videos, and you have to fill out like they ask questions, and you have to fill out questions, and there's group discussions in like group chats or whatever. And I was just like, oh man. But I just finished up my last class. I have one more class to go, and now I'm just like, oh, this is actually pretty cool. Guess I got the hang of it. It took me a minute. It took me a minute. So I was just sitting here, and like, while I'm going to those classes, I was like, oh, I can only imagine how people who were going to physical classes when this pandemic first hit and they had to do the virtual thing. I can only imagine. Even people that are still going to virtual classes now, I can only imagine. Like, I was lost. I'm really good at a computer. I'm really good at figuring things out, but like virtual classes, yeah, they almost got to me. They really did. And now it just made me appreciate um being able to know my way around the computer and read a syllabus, just knowing, having been in physical school. Like, I appreciate that. I appreciate the professors understanding, like, hey, this isn't easy. I thought it was gonna be easy. I'm telling you, I went into it like, oh, this is nothing. This is what I do. And then I was in there about to cry and pull my hair out. Like, no, this is much harder. This is much harder. It was much harder. It was much harder than I thought it was gonna be. But I've grown. I figured out a system. They're like, oh, it's gonna take 10 to 15 hours for projects and stuff, like classes. And I was just like, yeah, okay, it ain't gonna take me that long. Whew. You have to figure out systems and how to upload stuff and how to I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the experience. So I know when I take this next class, it starts on Wednesday. I should be good. I should be good. Fresh start. Everything is a fresh start. Fresh start with YouTube. I have new content. I have um more wins we're going to celebrate this year. I'm just excited. I'm excited about everything. Literally everything I am excited about. I'm excited about juicing 14 days. Before I would have struggled with that, but now I'm disciplined enough to do it. I think that's what a lot of things take. Discipline and the willingness to let go of what you learned or what you know. That was another thing that helped me get through 2021 is letting go of a lot of stuff. Like, I don't know everything. I know a little about a lot, but I don't know everything. And the things that I didn't know, I was using my words letting people know that I didn't know. And I found that I said this last year, but what I found out was there is this thing, and again, my opinion is my opinion, your opinion is your opinion. There's this thing like I call it I had the strong black woman syndrome. And it was just like where I could do everything and I needed to do everything and I had that for so long. I had it for so long being the oldest sister. I was taking care of my brothers. Like I just felt completely responsible for everyone and everything. And then, like, when I wasn't able to do it for them, I felt like, I let myself down, I let them down, I let everybody down. And then last year was just like, no, I just got to think about me. I really am sorry. I really do love y'all. I will always love y'all, but I have to think about me. I think sometimes we get lost um and caring for others that we forget about ourselves. And then I started doing like self care things. I went to Dollar Tree and got like this little peel off mask and just the smallest little things. I'm gonna tell y'all see how my face just lit up when I was talking about it. The smallest little things, like I would go to Dollar Tree. If you ever want to have a self-care day, just go to Dollar Tree. They have these little baggies like you could put your feet in. It's like spa things, and they got the peel off mask. They got the eye mask that you can put over like the cucumber melon or something like that you could put over. They got the little hair wrap. You could literally be like you are at a spa. And so I just started incorporating those things into like my nightly routines. Like in the morning I do meditations. During the day I take a pause and just sit and like journal. In my journal I write things like, okay, this is how I'm feeling, this is what I would like to do for this week, or this is what I'm thinking. Just paying myself more attention. So 2021 was like the beginning of that. And this year I want to do more for myself. Like I want to everything that I was doing for everyone else last year, I want to do that for myself this year. And I figure if I was so good doing it for everyone else, imagine if you do that for yourself. Imagine that. If you're good at being a great friend, if you're good at like being a listening ear, imagine if you give that to yourself. When I started thinking about that for myself, like I just like, let me start meditating. And at first, if you were like, I want to meditate, but I don't know how, this is how I got into it. I'll tell you. Like I wasn't one of those, I didn't do this. I don't know if y'all can see that, but I have smudge mist. I have a smudge stick that I will usually, light and do that. I have Palo Santos. I don't know how to Palo Santo. I don't know how to say some of these things, but I spray that. I sit. At first, I couldn't cross my legs. I'm gonna keep it 100. At first, I couldn't cross my legs, but I would just sit and just be still. And whatever thought came to my mind or came to my heart, I would just think about it, and I would just think about like how did it make me feel, like where did it come from, like I would just think about things like that. And then as I like progressed in my stages of meditation, I got to the point where it was just like, I am strong. I am whatever the affirmation that I was saying at that time. That's what I just started thinking about at that time. And I do this every morning at 6 o'clock. So I realized that the more that I do it, now, not some days, every morning I'm just not like, hey, let me get to meditation. Some days it's be like, oh, I could just sleep a little bit longer, or I could just, but then when I get out of bed and I spray my mist and then I just sit and I just think like, man, this is going to be a really great day. Like that's what I say. I have a little song. It's gonna be a great day, great day. I will have a great day. And I sing that to myself every day. Like, kid you not, literally every day I sing that to myself. And I think the more I started giving myself positive love, positive affirmations, just filling myself with positivity, when I smile, like I don't just smile with my face now, like my whole body just be like, oh, it's such a great thing. It's such a great thing. I'm so happy for fresh starts. Start fresh. Fresh start. 2 days. We're only 2 days in this year. If you don't already cuss somebody out, guess what? In the morning it'll be a new day. Don't let that same thing cause you to cuss them out tomorrow. If you don't already beat somebody up, don't let tomorrow be another day. You got a new day. Every day is a fresh start. Every day is literally a fresh start. It's an opportunity to do what you didn't do yesterday, or you shoulda, coulda, woulda. Yesterday, it's a new start to do it today. Start fresh. Fresh start. You have a fresh start. I have a fresh start in doing YouTube videos, going live. Hey, excuse me. Hey, Famika, how are you? Um, I'm taking advantage of the fresh start. I'm definitely taking advantage of the fresh start. I'm hi, just remind me of six. I'm definitely taking advantage of it. As we were going into the new year, I got news that like a lot of my family members, like they had a what is it called, a ugly Christmas sweater party, and everybody went, and it was a nice time. Everybody was like, hey, it was a nice time. And then a couple of days after that, they was like, hey, you guys should go get tested because one of the people had COVID. And then before we crossed into the New Year's, like my younger brother and his family had COVID, and then I just found myself being sad, and it was just like, yeah, I this pandemic is 3 years, 2 years and 2 days. 2 years and 2 days. You like, are you really keeping count? Yes, I am. I don't know if you had it, but I had it. I done been through a lot of shit in my life, right? A lot of shit. Some of y'all already know. Y'all done followed the channel. Y'all done heard it. I done been through a lot of shit in my life. None of that shit scared me. But COVID, shh, I say I was scared straight. I'm not straight though, but I was scared straight. And I been in the house. They were like, hey, are you coming? Mm-mm. Are you gonna go? I go outside to go to the grocery store. And when I go to the grocery store, oh, I get everything I could possibly need. I stock up on tissue, toiletries, disinfectant. I stocked up on all of that stuff. Cause once I go out, I don't plan on going out for a long time. I just can't. Any crowds larger than two people, like me plus two other people, ooh, I get a little nervous. I get a little, it just be like, or this is something I start paying attention to too, right? You ever going to the grocery store, you going any store, the gas station or anywhere, you can hear a cough a mile away. Like you could hear a cough. And then you think about it, right? If you ever paid attention, I'm not trying to freak y'all out, but if you ever walking down the aisle and you hear somebody cough in the next aisle, and then when you go in that aisle, do you think like, dang, I probably just walked into that cough? See, my mind started doing all of those things. So I just be like, I wear a mask, I have gloves. I need to get one of those shield masks. That's what I'm looking to get, one of those shield masks. I don't know. I When I had it, I'm not playing with it. I know it's real. It's not I believe. I know it's real. I want to encourage you. I'm gonna take this moment right now. I'm gonna encourage you, if you are going out, if you have children, if your children are going out, because sometimes like, I think parents, I just, not saying that they don't care. I'm just gonna say that I don't think they think like, hey, your baby needs a mask. Cause I saw there's a news report that more kids are, and I was just like, yeah, no. In the beginning of all of this, you would see adults out and the kids would just be on the carts and play. Mm. See that that's why I just be in the house. I be in the house. I try to stay away. When I go to the grocery store, I go to the same grocery store. I'm gonna tell you how COVID definitely changed my life. I go to the same grocery store. In my mind, I have the whole entire layout of the grocery store. So I already know if I'm on this side of the grocery store, grab everything I need. So when I get to the other one, all I have to do is go to the aisle and and go out. That's it. I'm not trying to lollygag. If I see people, I'll be like, "Hey, how you doing?" And I'll be gone. It changed my life. Changed me. I didn't anticipate it changed me. I was just like, "Oh yeah, it's cool." But after that, I was just like, my life literally have not been the same since it happened. I don't be wanting to waste time. I don't want to argue with nobody. I don't want to. I realize, right, last year I went through a lot of shit, and at the end of the last year I realized a lot of things. Like, you on a journey of healing and self-discovery, you're going to realize a lot of shit about yourself too. Even like whatever journey you on, a journey of knowledge, a journey of self, a journey of letting go, whatever journey you on, you are going to realize a lot of shit, especially if you are truthful to yourself. I realized so much shit last year that if I was busy, like, we try to make ourselves busy so we don't have to deal with things. Like, I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that to myself this year. I'm just going, whatever come, I'm gonna handle it when it come. I would encourage you to do that. Like, I wish somebody would have been like, girl, don't do that. I'm not gonna encourage you to do that. I'm gonna encourage you to take it, one at a time. One at a time, take it one at a time. I know you probably be like, oh, this shit ain't nothing. Hey, listen to me. Take it, take it one at a time. One at a time. And if you are doing YouTube, I'm gonna take this moment right here and tell you, if you are doing YouTube, it is important for you to be so secure within yourself, because these YouTube streets are ruthless. You think the real life streets is ruthless? Oh, YouTube streets are seriously ruthless. And you want to make sure that you are comfortable with yourself. You want to make sure that you are not a people pleaser. You want to make sure that you are a lot of things. And number one is comfortable with yourself. That's number one. And if you are doing YouTube, you want to make sure that you are not just doing it just to be the next big thing. You want to do it because you have passion, because you love it. That's why you want to do it. Because if you're doing it for likes and views, if you're doing it, I mean, of course, that's what you're doing it for. But if you like, oh, I want to get, and you don't get that, and then it'd be like, oh, wow, fuck YouTube, I'm not doing it no more. No, because when you first start out, like, listen, I've been doing YouTube. This the 17th or 14th of this month will make 5 years I've been doing YouTube. Well, I came back to YouTube because I used to do YouTube before they was throwing millions of dollars at people. But I came back to YouTube, been doing it for 5 years. No, do my numbers be high? No. Do I have a lot of subscribers? I mean, I have more than 2,000, but I really do this just to build community, have conversations with people, and get to know other people. That's really why I do it. And just to, like, things that are in my mind, I do it to test it to see if it'll actually work. Sunday Night Dinner and Convo. It's been working. Saturday Night Vibes, where I do live karaoke every Saturday. Um, it actually works. It's been working for 2-3 years now. But what I realize is that I can put more um I can gain more attention if I, like, share it on my other social medias, because right now all I do is share it on YouTube and Twitch. That's it. I don't put it on my Instagram, don't put it on my Facebook. I probably should start putting it on my Facebook. I'm gonna add the Facebook platform this week whenever I go live on this. I just only do it on my Chelles Closet and Midwsthumnbrd Twitch. Those are the only two I promoted on. So of course I don't get a lot of people because the people that I know every day, they don't really know that I be doing this. I was just trying to do it to get more comfortable with my voice, um, to get more comfortable speaking in front of people. I know I'm like, it's like 5 or 6 of y'all in here, but this helped me. It helped me to start the other podcast. It's helped me to start this podcast. It helped me when I go to pitch my business. I'm gonna tell y'all how it helped me to pitch my business, right? Before when I was pitching my business, I don't know what it is about a mic. I don't know what it is like. I don't even know what it is. Like when this is I have a little ring light right here, right? But I be fine. But before I hit record or go live, like I get nervous. I get start shaking. My heart just get all fluttery. And I just be thinking like, do I really you probably had this too. Like, do I really want to do this? Is this something I really want to do? Like, why do I have to do it? Like, why can't I just but last year when I it was like fuck it, fuck everything, fuck fear, fuck failure, fuck success, fuck everything. I'm just gonna do what I know to do. I went to pitch my business and I was just like, "Who? Wait a minute. Who is this talking?" It was me, but it was just like, "Who is this talking?" I felt different. I don't know. I just been feeling really different lately. Like not a bad different, like more like confident, more sure of myself, more just like me. I just feel like me. Who is me? Me is just me. Like I'm not hiding, I'm not dimming myself, I'm not lowering who I am to me. If y'all be reading my morning motivations, those literally be things and that be in my mind. And I just be like, you know what? I be telling myself those things. So I have morning motivation, I have morning meditation. I really be telling myself those things. And I said, like when I started back in and I came back in 2021 and I'ma say it in 2022. I'm not gonna say shit the politically correct way. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna come here. I'm not like a self-help guru. I'm not one of those people. I'm just one woman willing to share my personal experiences to let you know that you are not alone and whatever the fuck life throws at you, you can overcome. That's just what it is. I not none time have I ever said, will I ever say that I am perfect? Because perfect is an illusion. No, I'm not that. I actually did the opposite. I told you I was broken, I was hurt, I was all of those things. I told you that. And then you guys, girls, non-binary people watch me as I'm progressing. Just to let you know, like, hey, we be feeling like nobody else nobody else has been through what I've been through. Nobody else has had been through a divorce or got broken up with or got cheated on. Like nobody else. But no, people really, really have. There's more than just, I mean, all of the billions of peoples on this earth, somebody done got cheated on. Some people just choose to do other things. I really thought like when I first first heartbreak, it wasn't my first heartbreak, but it was the first major one. I'll say it was the first major one. Hi, Joss story. Um, but I really wanted to know, like, I wanted to know, like, how do real life people, like real life, like how your mama deal with the breakup of her and your father. Like, I really want to know that. Like, I really want to know how did you deal with it? Because I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't party, I don't do none of that. But how do I deal with it? How did you deal with it? How do I deal with it? And my sisters or some of my sister friends that had got a divorce they came over, they brought some Popeyes. I love Popeyes. They came over, brought some Popeyes, and they was just telling me their stories. They was telling me what they went through. And then that's how I learned like I had to grieve. Like when I learned that was the most shocking shit ever because I was like, that don't make fucking sense. What do you mean I have to grieve? And they was like, oh no, you definitely gonna have to grieve. And then they broke down the steps of grief. And then therapy like helped me like just like I didn't even know that was a real fucking thing. You have to grieve. Like, check this out, right? You ever been in a relationship, right? and then the relationship ends, what do you do after the relationship ends? Do you cry? Do you be angry? Do you want revenge? Do you like wish they were, we all said we wish somebody was, do we hope that whatever happened to them, like, did you go through that? That's grief. I'm not a medical professional, but I just know like what the medical professional told me, that like that's grief. That's something you have to process. That's something you can't just like overlook. And so then I started was like, okay, okay. Now they don't tell you. Nobody will tell you. I can't even tell you. I can't tell you because I don't think nobody know. I'm glad they didn't tell me. It was like, okay, you're gonna be in the anger stage for like 2 months. I'm glad they didn't say that because I'm glad. But you will go through the different stages, and based on your personal experience with it, I will say this, right? It depends on how honest you are with yourself and how much you allow yourself to feel it, right? I feel like, it's a fresh start. I'm going to keep saying that because that's the title of it. To have a fresh start in 2022, if you have feel like things are gotten beyond your control, if you feel like you need to talk to somebody else, therapy is always a good choice. Therapy, it's an unbiased person's ability. Like if you think they're gonna put magical shit in your head, if you think they nope, 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 nope. I don't know if you've been to therapy before, but let me tell you what I figured out about therapy. You go to therapy. And I grew up in church, so they had me thinking like they was gonna put all this magical shit. That's why I just said that. They was gonna put all this magical shit in your head. And then I went there and they just asked a bunch of questions. And the more questions they asked, the more questions I realized, like, damn. And then before you know it, it's just like all the shit you've been holding on for years is like, wait a minute, where did it go? Like, how did it didn't magically disappear for me. Like all of 2021, I literally talked about where I was in my life, what I was going through, how I felt, what I was thinking, what I wish would have happened. I went through all of that. And what I realized, for me, talking helps me. Talking helps me to release and let go of shit. So I like to talk. So I like to talk. Maybe yours is writing. Maybe you are a poet and you like to write poems. Or maybe yours is singing and you like to sing. Maybe yours is acting. Maybe yours is doing other people makeup or helping the elderly. Whatever it is, it's important to allow yourself to process that. We got 363 days left in this year, right? Do yourself the favor of putting yourself in the position so that you can win. I'm going to win 2022. You're going to win 2022. Together, we will win 2022. But we have to put ourselves in those positions to win. If you crossed over into 2022 and you've already experienced some people trying to bring over the old shit from 2021, you got to let that, hey. I left that in 2 days ago. 2 days ago, I left that in 2 days ago. I'm not bringing that old shit into the new thing. Now, some stuff, people be like, oh, you can't. Listen, at the end of the day, you got a fresh start. Start fresh. When you wake up, you go to sleep tonight, you get up in the morning. Start fresh. You have a fresh start. Fresh start. If you never in your life had a vision board, or you never in your life thought about goals or dreams or aspirations, try to do something different. I literally, like I don't know what nationality or race you are, but I'm African American. I'm black. So there's like, oh, you're gonna make some black eyed peas and you're gonna make, and I was like, I'm not doing none of the stuff that I did before in my life. I'm not doing it. I literally said I'm not doing any traditions. Like I will make sure I have money in my bank account. I will make sure all of these different things, because it's like, oh, you gotta, it's all of these different things. I was like, you know what? I'm not doing any of that. I'm not doing anything. What I'm gonna go into the new year, when I crossed in, I was actually asleep. But before I went to sleep, I had said, my affirmations, and I said what I wanted to happen. I put my meditation track on and I went to sleep. But before I did, I put the positive affirmations out there. I will be successful. I will have a prosperous 2022. I will. I put that out there. You have to, the first thing you have to do is believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. I started to realize I'd be repeating things like like different number of times I repeat it. I don't even know what that was about, but I repeat it. And the more that I repeat it, the more I hear myself say it. Like the more I hear myself say better. Like if you watch my video, if you haven't watched my video, you should go check out my latest video. Um when my nieces and nephews helped me juice. Before I was just like I thought that they just wanted to do it because I was, I'm putting the camera up and then but no, like they really like they ask the questions like, okay, why do you put this in there? And then you do this every day? Like Kira, she said yesterday, she's like, I don't know if I could juice every day. And I was like, you probably can because it tastes really good. So that's how I got her to like try it. Cause usually they would juice, like Mateo tried it before, but usually they would juice and they'd be like, I can't drink it because they see what goes into it. And just like that wouldn't, they don't think that that would taste good. So like yesterday when Kira tried it and she was like, it tastes good. And I was like, yeah, see? And you just had a bunch of fruits and vegetables. So when I started thinking, I was like, hmm, I'm gonna get them to eat fruits and vegetables. That's just like even when I was working out. Well, I'm resuming workouts this week. Stay tuned. Um, Before I would just be working out and I had my little weights and they standing there and they watching me and they just thought, I was just jumping up and down. But then they start paying more attention and then they like will pick up the weights and do the little exercises. And then I was like, you know what? They're inspired to work out. So I went and bought them some little weights. And oh, if y'all would have seen their face when I gave them the weights. And they was like, soon as I gave it to him, every few minutes, it's like, is it workout time yet? Is it workout time yet? Is workout time yet? It's like, it's not workout time. Yeah, we gonna work out at this time. And then they be so cute when I was working now is the cutest thing. And then I just thought to myself, like, I am inspiring them. I inspired Mateo so much. He had my brother buy a juicer. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, like kids is so yesterday we were there and we were talking and when she said facts, like that was a real response because she was like, and that's facts. And I was just like, what you know about a facts? But kids be knowing. If you listen, kids be knowing. If you a parent, you know that kids be knowing. You know. You ever been somewhere and a little kid be like, oh, that person stank, or they kids be knowing. Kids be knowing. So it was pretty dope that I got to bring in the new year with Kira and we talked and kids just inspire me. Like they literally inspire me to be better. And so she asked me about Titi, what happened to the nursery rhyme thing you said you were gonna do? We were gonna sing nursery rhymes and I was like we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. I'm not gonna look her in the face and lie to her. I'm not gonna look anybody in the face and lie to them. But I was like, we're gonna do that. Thank you for reminding me because number one, I forgot. But thank you for reminding me because I'm gonna work on that. I'm definitely gonna work on it. And she was so excited. I'm gonna upload. I got a bunch of videos. When I tell y'all, I was really spending time with her because everybody else have COVID. It was just me and her that didn't have COVID. So we was just hanging out, and she was making shirts and like just kids like when they fate like you give them the most simplest thing like if you're a parent right and you have kids and you spend all this money on like these expensive shiny tinkly things and then you watch your kids play with the wrapping paper or the box like and you just like I didn't spend all this money and this the box is the most simplest things like she wanted noodles. Like, she don't call it ramen. I was like, "You want some ramen noodles?" She was like, "No, I just want noodles." And then she was like, "Do you got chopsticks?" And I was like, "What do you know about chopsticks?" She was like, "Yeah, I want some chopsticks." Now I got chopsticks because I like other stuff. Y'all see it. And so I got her the chopsticks. Now in my mind, I'm thinking, where does she learn how does she know how to use chopsticks? She don't her mama don't use chopsticks, her daddy don't use chopsticks. Where does she learn to use chopsticks? This little lady put the chopstick. Now I be having trouble sometimes with the chopsticks. I know how to use them, but sometimes I be having trouble. You would have thought that she was an expert with the I was sitting there watching her like, how did you learn how to use chopsticks? She's like, I don't know. I just watched, I think it was Ryan's World. She said somebody she watched and she just figured she could use chopsticks. I was sitting over here like, whoa, she's only 6. And here I am, 41, like, nah, I can't do that because 6. The baby said, give me some chopsticks. I was like, I was excited because I thought I was gonna get. I'm totally transparent. I was excited because I thought I was gonna get a couple chuckles off of it. She flipped the noodles around. Oh, if y'all ever be watching ASMRs, the Asian American ASMRs be the best. They be the best because they like I learned that you are supposed to slurp the noodles when you eat them. So I'm watching my niece flip like she doing tricks with the chopsticks, and I'm just sitting here like, and she told me she found from Ryan's toy review or one of the little kids she was watching. And I was just sitting here like in total amazement. Like, let me go see what Ryan. And so then I was like, oh, well, show me. And so then she showed me. And then they started doing little challenges. And she like, well, TT, can we do this challenge? And y'all know, parents, when you just be like, I was like, you know what? You write down all the challenges that you want to do. By the time she just left at 6 o'clock. By the time she left, she had like 10 different challenges. And I was like, ooh, okay. I guess we're gonna be going to the Dollar Tree. Parents, if you want to make your child feel real, real special, take them to the Dollar Tree. They don't kids don't be they don't be like, "Ooh, take me to Walmart," all of that. Take them to the Dollar Tree. Take them to the Dollar Tree and let them go down a toy aisle. You buy them 5 or 6 toys, they really, really I be doing this. And not just because I'm like cheap, but because I like to see my nieces and nephews smile and they don't care. They like the Dollar Tree cuz my nieces and nephews I realized I thought I was just like, okay, you can get a lot more, but no, they done got me. It's like, oh, we could just go to the Dollar Tree. And then I go to the Dollar Tree, I'm dang near spending as much money as I would have went to Walmart. But they enjoy it because they get to pick out their own things. They get to pick out what they like. And a lot of stuff that they pick is just like is the independence of it all. They're not I do realize that I do that a lot. I just realized that I do that. I give them a lot of independence. I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. I do give them a lot of independence. I give them a lot of choices too. I don't know. Sorry if if my brothers and if y'all watching, I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. But I just feel like they should just be able to do that. Pick what they want to eat. Like Kira's like, oh, I just want French fries and chicken nuggets, and luckily I had a night of French fries and chicken nuggets in my freezer. She don't care. Like when my nieces and nephews be like, oatmeal. Do your kids eat oatmeal? I love oatmeal, but like I haven't heard a child talk about oatmeal in forever. Oatmeal. Oh, I love oatmeal, but I just spending time with Kira over these last 3 days. It was Friday, Saturday, and today. And I just thought like I owe it not just to myself, I owe it to her to make sure like every time I spend time with her, she is the cutest. I'm gonna tell you why she's like I'll be in here and I'm like, okay, give me 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. 1 minute, I'm gonna be right in there. So she already got her little snacks or whatever. And then it seemed like as soon as I say give me 1 minute, she go on the other side of the door and she gonna come back and be like, TT, the minute is up. Now you can't argue with her because you told her a minute and a minute definitely passed. So I'm like, okay. So we kicking it, we watching TV or movies or whatever. She's like, you don't gotta work. I was like, I do, but I'm spending time with you. That don't even matter. She's like, she hugged me and it just made me feel like important. It made me feel like, and then she was like, I really enjoy spending time with you. And I was just like, I do too. Like if you have nieces or nephews or if you have children, like I really feel like we be trying to put more on them than they actually like they don't really care about name brands. They don't really care about a lot of the shit that we think that they care about. They don't really care about that. Like my nephew Mateo, he would come over and we won't go outside or we won't do anything. He don't even care. he has his parents bought him a phone, so he has his little phone, and he'll say, "Titi, can you come watch this with me?" And I'm like, "Okay." So I go. We got a rocket chair in the living room, and I go and I sit with him, and he's watching anime. I don't know nothing about anime, but I'm watching it, and he's telling me, and then I'm actually starting to like it because I was like, "Wait a minute, this is actually a pretty dope cartoon." But why? And so now I done became the now I'm asking him questions like, okay, so why is he doing that, or who is this? And he telling me all that, and I'm just looking at it like, man, that is so crazy. Here I'm supposed to be the adult. I'm supposed to be but I'm like the student when I'm around him. Like I just know. Even like hearing her, like watching them do the intro to my YouTube. It's just like I don't know, it just brings a smile to my face all the time. Like especially like especially when they see me on their TV and they look like when Lil Bubba would look at me like I would turn on the TV just to see sometimes. Sometimes you have to do it. Sometimes I turn on the TV just to see her reaction. And it's the cutest thing because she keep doing this. And it's the cutest thing. And like they know like the intro. Kids, I'm telling y'all, I don't have any kids. I have my nieces and nephews. So I just be loving on them and enjoying them. But I definitely learned patience. I definitely learned to listen. I definitely learned to listen. And this week, I did a lot of listening. This weekend, I did a lot of listening and just listening to her talk, answering her questions. I just learned a lot about myself. Like, I learned that I really was busy doing nothing. I'm not gonna say like nothing, nothing, but I was really busy. I would keep myself so busy so I wouldn't have to deal with heartbreak. I would keep myself so busy so I wouldn't have to deal with disappointment. Like I would keep myself so busy. And now I'm not as busy as I once was. And it was just like I had to deal with so much stuff. And then just spending time with her is just like, I remember when you were like a baby. Like she's 6, she'll be 7 in like wait, she told me how many months. Her birthday is May the 6th. So she was like, TT, what month is this? I'm like, it's January. She's like, okay, because December was 7 months. And like she really got it all together. Like she know everybody ages. And I just be looking. I don't know if y'all have kids or you got nieces and nephews. If you just look at them and the stuff that they know, it's like, how do you know that? Who told you? How did you know that? It amazes me at the things that kids know, and I be telling my brothers like, "You probably don't think your child know, but your child know. Kids know. If you are an adult, if you're a parent, or if you're an adult and you think kids don't know, they know. And one day, maybe when they get older, they'll tell you, "Mama, you remember that one time?" Yeah, they know. We don't try to give them the benefit of doubt of them knowing because we always, they just kids. No, they know. Fresh start, everybody. Fresh start. If you are a parent and your kids is going to virtual school, I pray for you. Because as an adult, I struggled. And I could only imagine, like, I can only imagine, like, kids going to regular school and coming home with the homework. I can only imagine what your life was like for these last 2 years. Now they go into virtual school. Now you have to learn more about the computer, how to set up. You got to learn about the Zoom. You got to learn about all of this stuff. Now you back in school. My hat's off to you. My hat's off to you because me, I was struggling. I ain't even gonna act like I wasn't. I was struggling. I was calling people like, hey, okay, so how do I set up? I was struggling. But I'm better now. I'm grateful for the struggle because it definitely helped me to be better. I'm grateful for every experience I had from January 1st, 2020, all the way up until January the 2nd, 2022. I was telling somebody, it's like, dang, I feel like I've been in here been in 2022, a whole week. It's only 2 days. I'm excited. I'm going to tell you, I know I have really grown. Like, usually I would wake up like 10, maybe 9. No, because I have to take it. So I'll wake up about 9. Now I'm getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm taking naps in the middle of the day. All of my meetings, I do them early. I'm at like 9:30. If I'm not on live, I'm ending my night. Hey, I'm going to bed. I read a chapter in the book and then I go to bed, meditate, then I go to bed. It's just different. Everything is different. I've been saying lately, it's since I'm 41, but no, I think it's just the positive switch, the positive change, feeding myself more positivity, like just juicing. Like I be making juice comment. Did y'all like my new juice videos? That's what I'm gonna start doing. Like when I have a new juice, I'm gonna start doing those kind of videos. I don't know. I just been thinking about different things that I could bring to the to YouTube or just to life. Period. I just been thinking about different things. Um, having said that, I try to work out. I haven't really. I worked out like a little bit after I had or a month after. So that was like October. I worked out. I could not get it. It was hard. It was real hard. So I'm gonna show y'all that video. And I'm showing you the video. Now I know that as I put this video up, I know that people are going to scrutinize and I know they're gonna be like, oh, say I know, but I want you to say that. I want you to say that. So when I get to the point where I'm killing these workouts, you will remember where I once was. I want you to do that. So I'm gonna upload. It's funny because I could laugh about it now, but before I was so heartbroken. Like, man, 2 months ago I was literally just working. I was working out every day. Like I worked out every day from March until September. Every day I was working out 30 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 15 every day. And after COVID, I tried to work out and it was the toughest thing ever. But I'm gonna upload the video because I believe in transparency. We gonna do this. I'm gonna upload the video, my workout video, and you might get a couple of laughs. I was laughing. I was definitely laughing. Like I cannot believe I cannot. But I'm gonna upload that, and I'm doing that just so y'all can see. Like you're gonna see where I was, and you're gonna see me as I progress to the next level. Cause I'm sure as hell going to the next level. I'm definitely gonna do that. Um, but yeah, it's a fresh start. I might have failed, not might. I'm gonna put a workout fail. That's what I'm gonna call it. I definitely failed at it. And I'm only laughing because I definitely failed at it. But it's okay because I have a fresh start. I have the fresh opportunity to get better. And what am I going to do? I'm only going to get better from here. I realize that once you acknowledge, accept, and change, shit just gets better, better, better. So that's all I got for today's Sunday Night Dinner and Convo. The next couple of Sunday Night Dinner and Convos will be more, more conversational, more, I want to say topic based. I don't know. But it's definitely going to have for January. I'm definitely going to deal with newness, refreshing, healing newness, loving, learning, believing, growing newness. It's the first month of the new year. Newness. That's what I'm going to talk about. Newness, growth. Using January, if you are just starting at the YouTube, I'm gonna say this one more time. Make sure that you are so secure within yourself. Make sure that you love yourself enough. Make sure that you understand you, because you can quickly get lost in YouTube, quickly, swiftly. Make sure that this is really in your heart to do. Because if you don't get the number of likes, if you don't get the number of views, don't let that discourage you. Like, hey, listen, it may take a little bit for your content to catch on. It may take a little bit for people to even find your channel. Stick with it. Consistency. You hear people say that all the time. Stick with it. It will one day pick up. And whoever it is that needs to see you or hear you or watch you, they will find you. If you build it, they will come. Hi, Tamika. I feel like I've built a pretty good platform, a pretty good place. Um, it's the closet. I'm here to help. I'm just one woman willing to share my story, share it. When I came back, I was like, you know what? I want to be that person. I want to be that person that I wish I had when I was going through something. Like, like if you was you know somebody that's drinking, and it's like for me, like I knew like people party or whatever. I knew like people get in the car, like we all know people that be like, I'm not that drunk, I can drive. And then for me it was just like, let me share with y'all my story, why I always be like, hey, don't drink and drive. And I told them, like, you know what, I was drinking and driving and I fell asleep at a light. I didn't kill anybody, but it terrified me. It terrified me. Wait, so it's two. I forgot that did terrify me. So it's COVID and drinking and driving. Terrified me. And so I was like, listen, the way mine turned out, it could have been worse because my foot could have slipped off the brake or anything could have happened. But I don't want you to have that experience. So for me, it's like let me come here and tell y'all and show y'all what I'm going through, because I was like, when you think about divorce, right? You don't think, I don't know what you think when you think divorce, but I'll tell you what I thought. When I thought divorce, I didn't think like heartbreak. I didn't think grief. I didn't think none of that shit. I was just like, okay, I'm divorced. What's next? But I should have been thinking about grief and anger and heartbreak and disappointment. Like those are things that come with it. And now that I'm in a better space, I'm grateful that I had people around me that was willing to share their stories with me, willing to tell me like, hey, you gonna grieve, you gonna go through, you gonna be angry, you gonna feel all of these different stages. So it kind of like prepared me, like it kind of gave me a heads up, like, okay, I know what this is. Okay, come on, bring it on. And then when you get it, it's just like, man, that was kind of easier. It wasn't easy, but it was a little easier. It wasn't as hard as, you think it's gonna be. It be hard. I'm not saying that it is not hard. Divorce. I was thinking like, hey, it's gonna be, this shit is sweet. Mm-mm. It's it's definitely different. It's definitely different. I would say it is definitely different than a normal breakup. There we go. Divorce is definitely different than a normal breakup. Whew. A normal breakup, you'd be like, oh, I don't, okay. But divorce is just be like, whew, it just layers to it. And then once you start peeling back the layers and you get to yourself and you be honest with yourself. Hi, Fatina. It's the honesty part. That was the thing for being honest with myself. It was that. Like when I was like, you really are a people pleaser. I don't know if y'all do this. Like, maybe you don't, but I do. It's like, who you talking to? I ain't no people pleaser. And then you start listing things as to why you are, and then it just be like, wait a minute, I don't do that, do I? Wait. Now you questioning yourself. I listen. I be having all those conversations with, like, I had so many conversations with myself in 2021, and then when I got ready to cross over into 2022, I was asleep. But when before I was like, listen, you going into 2022 and you gonna claim everything that you say you wanted, you gonna get it. And you know why? Because you're gonna bust your ass to get it. And I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna bust my ass to get it. And I'm literally looking at myself in the mirror and I'm telling myself that, like real life. And I woke up January 1st, 2022, 10 o'clock in the morning. I had my first meeting, set up other business ventures. And I was like, that's how I'm starting 2022. Just like that. Woke up today, the second day, 2022. Had another business meeting that turned into another business meeting. And all day I've been in business meeting. And I'm just like, damn, if this is any indication of what, yep, I'm ready for it. I've been preparing the last 2 years. I've been preparing. Life has been preparing me. I said this yesterday. I was like, if you want to be a millionaire, right? You want to be a millionaire, you bust your ass, you got the idea, you do everything you need to do to be a millionaire, but you don't know how to say no. Do you think that you're going to have the opportunity to be a millionaire? I think this is what I said. The universe really prepared me. The universe let me know, like, hey, listen, we're not gonna give you $1 million because you don't know how to say no. Somebody would come to you and be like, oh, Chelle, my family, oh, Chelle, because people will hit you with the and then it'd be like, oh, here you go. Here you go. And then but if you bust your ass for something, you work hard for something. Like you ever you have a car, like I have a truck, right? I worked hard to get the truck. I did. I did this is my truck. I worked hard to get it. So when I came outside, when I parked it and it was fine, and I go in the building and I come back out and it's crashed, I was just I was a little I know these people did not, whoever they, I don't even know who it was because I didn't see it. I know you did not just hit my truck. I was so heartbroken. Like, you're probably like, it's just a truck. I worked hard to get that truck. I worked hard to get that. It's mine. I don't be out here hitting other people's cars. I don't do that. It was mine. It's like you could have at least, hi poetic, you could have at least left a little note like, hey, I hit your truck. Sorry. Then I probably would have felt some kind of way. I probably would have felt, okay, cool. But when you work hard for something, right? You want to see growth. You want to see, like, even in myself, like 2021, I gave everything I had to y'all. I gave everything I had to life. And it was just like, I don't want to be the same way I was. Here I am in 2022. I'm not the same way that I was. Yes, I still have glasses with no lens. Yes, I still have dreads. They're actually getting longer. Um, so some things are, but my inner being, the innermost part of me, that to be um I didn't want that to be me. The shit that I was carrying around from my childhood, I didn't want that to continue to be me. Like, of course, the shit is going, because this happened and that brings two more things that happen with it. Of course, I'm going to be forever on a journey of healing and self discovery, but the foundational things, the things that caused me to make a lot of the decisions that I made, I don't want to deal with those. Like I dealt with my abandonment from my parents. That was one of the greatest things. Therapy helped me with that. Therapy helped me to realize like I was angry at them for what I felt that they should have did, not understanding that they are human beings also. Human beings also. Once I realized like they're human. What you mean they my no, once I took all that away and was just like, you know what, you are a human being also. Let me see what was going on in your life when I was born. And then I started to understand it wasn't an excuse because I know you're like, are you just trying to give your parents an excuse? No, it wasn't an excuse. It was understanding where they were at that time. Understanding where they were at that time helped me to understand that hi AK, they wasn't necessarily abandoning me. That's just what I felt. That's just what I said. But they didn't my father didn't know. He was grieving. He was grieving, but he didn't know that it was grief because nobody told him that. And my mother just didn't understand about, a lot of stuff. She did the best that she could with what she had. And at that time, when I'm hearing them say this and I'm seeing them as adults and I'm understanding, I'm looking at them as human beings, it's like, damn, when you think about it, like anybody could make those decisions. Like I'm never the type of like, oh, if I was in that situation, mm-mm, I don't be quick to say if I was in situations because you'd be like, I wish a motherfucker would. Your finger, everything, your head, neck, everything, be like, I wish a motherfucker would. And then you get in a situation and the motherfucker does, and then you be like, oh damn, this is what. Yeah, no, no. But I let go of that. And when I let go of that, I was able to build relationships with my parents. I'm not, oh, when I was younger, you should have did. No, like, cause I don't know. Wait, I don't know if you know this, but we are 2 years and 2 days dealing with a global fucking pandemic. I don't give a fuck about what you did before. Yeah, I know I will never forget it, but I'm not holding on to shit. At any moment, at any time, anybody could die. No, 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 no. I'm going to spend as much time with everybody as I can. I'm going to love on you. I'm going to support you, encourage you, uplift you. I'm gonna tell you when you getting on my fucking nerves. I'm gonna talk about it. I choose to spend time and love and know and grow. That's just me. Now, what you do, I'm gonna say this. You have a fresh start. Your mama wasn't shit, your daddy wasn't shit, sister, brothers, baby mama, baby daddy, girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever it is. They probably wasn't shit. But it's a fresh start. It's a new year. Do something different. That's what I'm gonna say. Do something different. If you've been one of those people that likes to don't want people to feel some kind of way, let me tell you what I realized. The only person that I can control or change is me. That's the only thing. If I don't like the way somebody treating me, I can say, "Hey, I don't like the way that you are treating me." And then secondly, I can remove myself from that situation. Those are two things that you have the ability to do. I can't get mad if I didn't remove myself. Number one, if I didn't tell you how I felt, or number two, remove myself from the situation. I can't get mad because you continue to do the thing that I know that you're gonna do. You can't get mad at that. Change your surroundings. Get out of that. And that was my thing. I had to like, okay, just like, hey, I can't control what people think or what they say or how they, move or shake. I can't control that. I have no control over that. But what I do have control over is how I respond to shit. And I learned not everything needs a response. Before I'd be like, I wish a motherfucker would. And then the motherfucker done it multiple times. And I just like, let me stop saying I wish a motherfucker would, because maybe that's why motherfuckers still be doing. But now it's just like, I really don't care. Because you know why? Let me tell you, this is what I obtained from 2021. Hold on. You hear that? Silence. Peace. When you calm, when you deal with shit, the moment it happened, when you deal with shit as it like as it drops in your heart or your mind and you start dealing with it and you process it, shit get easier. Like, I'm 41, right? It take when I think like I was literally having a conversation with somebody else and they was like, anger just don't go the way. I was like, the reality of it is, if you think about why are you angry, you ever take a moment, like you're in a heated conversation with somebody and they woofing, like they woofing, and you ever just sit there and actually listen to what they're woofing about? I I had a couple of situations in high chosen. Well, I had a couple of situations in 2021 where people were woofing at me, like they were woofing, and I was just sitting there listening, looking at them. I was being attentive. I was paying attention, but I really started paying attention to what they said. And I realized a lot of times when people are angry, they're not necessarily angry at you. They're angry at something that happened. And you standing there is just, or being there, you're just the target of it. Now, we humans, so we do shit. But the reality of it is a lot of time when people are angry. And another thing that I noticed, when people be angry, right? They say shit. They purposely say shit. That's why people be like, "Oh, I was angry. I didn't know what I was saying." No, you know exactly what you said, because you ever got in an argument with somebody and they said something that just like pierced your soul. They meant that shit. They meant it because they was angry and they was hurt and they wanted you to feel that. The reality of it is, if we as human beings take a moment to do this, whenever we get angry, whenever we get frustrated, if we take a moment to do this, it'll shift, right? It'll shift if we stop allowing shit to pile up. This is fresh start. All this shit I'm talking about tonight is a fresh start. We stop allowing shit to pile up and deal with it the first instance that it happened, we'll be fine. I'm 41 years old. Let me tell you something that I know, that I've learned. There's gonna be days when I'll be angry, happy, sad, joyous, afraid, curious, like all of these emotions you will experience. I've experienced all 41 years of my life, all of them, happiness, sadness, um, success, failure. I All of these I've experienced all 41 years of my life. But let me tell you the difference in them. When I was like younger, when the young ages, it's like I didn't know what it was, so I wasn't really paying attention to it because I'm a kid. I don't give a fuck. Um, 18 when I lost my ability to walk and talk, everything seemed more valuable to me. Everything was just like, oh, I was talking, walking, having conversations, playing basketball, skating, bowling, all that shit seemed important to me. When I was in my 20s, now when I was in my 20s, I was like, I wish a motherfucker. That was I'm gonna call it I wish a motherfucker would years. That's when I hoped, I prayed. Yeah, come on, bring it to me. But then when I crossed over into 30, it was just like, I really don't I don't want to. But I was still trying to figure it out. I was start trying to figure it out. Woo! But when that big 4-0 hit, it was like, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I'm healing. I'm going to therapy. I'm getting rid of shit, everything. And then 41 hit, and it was just like, oh, I like it here. People be woofing. I told y'all, people was woofing. I was just sitting there looking at them like, man, you are really upset. You are upset to the point where you are actually saying shit that I told you in private and confidence, and you're now saying it out loud. And I know that if this was a regular conversation, you wouldn't say that because you're not that type of person. You don't have that. But I know that you're upset, and I realize that you're not even upset at me. But I'll take this one. I'm gonna take this one. I'm gonna take it. And then I had a I literally had a conversation with myself, and I was like, I'm not taking any more of those. No, I'm not taking any more of those. I'm not taking, because I don't know if you ever been in a situation where it's like, or you ever been in an environment and two other people, like you came with somebody and they arguing with somebody else. It kind of makes you feel some kind of way. I don't want to be in those kind of situations again. I don't want to be in those kind of no. I'm choosing to change my surroundings. I'm choosing to be in different environments. I'm choosing to spend more time with myself, understanding me and knowing me. And like when I understood, like I'm a people pleaser. I don't wait. I didn't like for people to feel any kind of way about me because I wanted them to like love me. I wanted them to. Now it's just like, hey, you are an adult. Hopefully you're an adult. Hopefully you're an adult watching this. You are an adult, and I want you to be able to formulate your own opinion of me. I'm not gonna. Whatever you think of me is what you think of me. I'm here. I'm on YouTube. I'm telling you my life story. I'm sharing shit. I'm talking about shit. I know that brings people's criticism. I know that. If that's another thing, hey, if you doing YouTube, starting YouTube in 2022, be ready for criticism. I'm not gonna be here and be like, oh no, people not gonna do that shit. People gonna look at you, they're gonna judge your intro, outro, how you hold your camera, your way your light hits your face. They're gonna judge everything because that's what human beings do. They judge, that's what we do. That's what we as human beings do. Um, it's a fresh start. It's only day 2. Only the second day. Only the second day. Only the second day, and I have done some amazing shit. I've done some amazing shit, and tomorrow's day 3. And like I said, I'm gonna upload my workout fail. And it's funny because I have 200. Listen, this is how I know. Like this is why it's funny to me, right? I started working out in March. From March to I think I went down like September to somewhere the first week of September. From March all the way to September, every freaking day I was working out. I have 200 plus workout lives on my channel. From not working out at all to 204, say 200, let me say 200 plus because I don't keep it like you said 200 plus workouts on I have a workout playlist. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and check that out. Workouts on my channel to now, like I struggled doing a workout, but it's okay though. It's okay because I was once here, so I know I could get back there. It's just gonna take a little work. And I'm up to it. I'm up for it. That's one of the things. Juicing is definitely one of the things. I was literally like, you know what? I really felt different when I was juicing, like doing nothing but juice, like drinking nothing but juice. And be clear, an African American. I keep saying this because I went to college with the young man that made this. He has his own water company, alkaline water company. I went to college with this young man. That's why for me it's just like he got water. His own water brand. I just was sitting here thinking like water. He has his own water brand. When I just be looking at people like I there's a young girl um there is a young girl that has a lemonade. She has lemonade. I went to Target and I was like, wait a minute, it's a little black girl on lemonade. I bought like she has like 4 or 5 of them. I bought the 4 of them that was in the case. I bought them and I was just like, holy shit, this is dope. And now that's why I was doing the little t-shirts with my nieces. It's like, hey, what do you want to do? She said she want to be a cosmetologist. I wore makeup 41. I wore makeup like 2.5 times in my life. 2.5. I say half because I had full makeup and then I had like just highlights. So she said she wanted to be a cosmetologist. Her words. I know what you know what she's saying. She wanted to be a cosmetologist. So we went to the Dollar Tree. We went to the Dollar Tree and got makeup. Now this is what she want to do. I let her put it all over my face, do whatever. I'm gonna tell y'all. Kira, I don't know. Maybe she been here before. Kira's so cold with the makeup. I don't even and I'm not just saying this because she my niece, but the way that she applied this stuff, like she know how to get it where it don't look, you know how the professionals, I don't do makeup, but you know how they make it look it's blended and she know how to do this stuff and it's blended. And I was just looking like, oh, I look kind of cute, girl. I look kind of cute. And then I got her a whiteboard. Yes, I got my niece. So I got her a whiteboard. And on her whiteboard, she wrote Kira Spa. I'm getting all emotional. I'm sorry, y'all. Because on her whiteboard, she wrote Kira Spa. And she's like, well, when you get done with your work or whatever, you can come over to the spa. So I was like, girl, I'm done with this work right now. I went to the spa. I got oils. Like she oiled my hair. She do real life cosmetology stuff. I know I'm saying it wrong, but that's what she said, so I'm gonna call it. She do real life cosmetology stuff, and I was just looking like that's so dope. Like that's so dope. It's so dope that she says she want to do this, and then I will let her like when I had didn't have dreads and like she was like, "Can I comb your hair?" And she would comb my hair. Like I remember my other niece Jamila, she was like, "Can I flat iron your hair?" I was like, "Yeah." They was like, "Oh, you gonna let her flat iron your hair? Don't do that." I was like, "It's just hair." She just want to flat iron. She figured out the flat irons. And when I tell y'all, she got the whole thing when I just look at little kids and they say like what they want to do, like when they come over, the first thing they come is to the y'all see the bass and the guitar. They come and pluck the strings and try to plug it up, and I'm just like, hey, who knows? You might be the next Timberland, a Missy, or somebody. You know, we never know unless we let them try. My nieces, they say they want to sing. My niece Jamila, she makes beats. I'm not forcing them to do any of that, but if that's what you want to do, I'm a invest. My niece Jamila made a couple of the tracks on that's going to be on a nursery rhyme album. She gonna get credit. She gonna get her money. She gonna get all of that. And Kira's gonna sing. We made a little song together, and I was just like, oh my god, this must be what it feels like when like I don't know. I don't have kids, but they be making me feel like the greatest parent in the world. I know I'm not even a parent, but I feel like the greatest parent in the world. Just spending time, spend time, spend time with yourself, spend time with the people that you are with. It's fresh start, people. Fresh start. Fresh starts. Fatina, fresh starts. That's all I'm gonna say. Fresh starts. Um, that's all I got, y'all. It's only the second day of this new year. If you fucked up the first 2 days, you got another day coming in the morning. Fresh start. If you say I'm gonna get up, I wanted to start waking up at 5:30. I seen this thing. It's like, okay, you wake up at 5:30, you work out, meditate, write in your journal. I seen it. I was like, who the fuck is doing that? And I was like, I jokingly said, I'm gonna try that one time. And then I tried it, and I still been getting up every morning at 5:30 and showering and meditating, and then coming and sitting here and journaling and reading a chapter out of a book, and then I get to work. And I was just like, so it feels different. Something from I don't know. It feels different. It feels like I'm feeding myself. This week I said I'm gonna start getting up when I get up early. Like I would just drink room temperature water, but this week I'm gonna start drinking teas. I got me a bunch of teas. I'm gonna drink those, and then I'm gonna juice in like the afternoon. Because what I be doing is like I be fasting. So like like around this time will usually eat, but or not usually eat, but I already had dinner at 7, and then I'll just fast, and then I'll break my fast like 11, maybe 12. So if you see me with late in the day juice things, because I don't get up early in the morning and make the juice, I make them when sometimes I don't even be hungry, but yeah, I do that. But I'm working out this week. I'm gonna upload the workout. I'll upload that tomorrow. We can watch. I'm a premiere it. We can watch it together and laugh and whatever. But I'm bringing back workouts. Motivation Mondays. I'm super excited. I tested out a lot of content last year, and you guys, I looked at the analytics, and the things that work, I'm keeping. The things that didn't work I tried it. I could say I tried it. That's all I got. Thank y'all for joining me for the first Sunday night dinner and convo, nurturing conversations of 2021. I'll have the trailer. I'll probably upload that to my YouTube tomorrow. I think I'll do it tomorrow. So I'll have the trailer for Nurturing Conversations podcast hosted by um yeah, I was so excited. Y'all just got here, so I'll tell you what happened. So I was so excited. When you have a good story, you want to share it again. So I was so excited about recording my podcast today. I got my little script right here. I got the mic, got the headphones on, got my recording software. It's boom. So I hit record on the recording software, and I'm just talking. I'm see it go by. I'm just like, okay, I'm just talking, reading my script, blah blah blah. And I get to the end of it, and I looked up. Heartbreak, complete heartbreak. Didn't record. Now, usually when it's recording, you see the lines, and I don't even know why it didn't register to me. I was just like, oh, okay. And I'm just reading, and then it was nothing there. Nothing. And it was a good take, too. It was one of the good ones. I was like, oh, yeah, I said some good stuff. Nothing. It was nothing there. Heartbreak. So now I just got to make sure to hit the red button. Y'all probably been here. Sometimes I be forgetting to hit the red button. I be live just talking to y'all. Nothing, nothing. But it's okay because fresh start. I get to do it all over again. And this time I can hit the red button and see the green while I'm talking. So I'll know that it's actually recording. Anyways, that's all I got. Remember that it is important for you to use your words. That is the only way that anyone will ever know what you are feeling and what you are thinking. I will never let a live video, vlog, short, podcast, video podcast, anytime you see my beautiful face or hear my voice go out without me telling you to love yourself, know yourself, trust yourself, and for the love of humanity, just be yourself. Now, having said all of that, none of that, I'm not saying that I'm a guru. I'm not saying any of that. That's just who and where I am in my life. I want to be better. So I'm going to be better. That does not make me perfect. That does not make me better than the next person. I feel like I needed to say that because sometimes people like to say, hey, you do all. Hey, I'm working on myself. That's all I can work on is me. Now, in case you need a friendly reminder, we are currently surviving a global fucking pandemic. I got to do it right. A global fucking pandemic for 2 years and 2 days. That's some crazy shit. 2 and 2. 2 years and 2 days. And you should be living your best life right now. If no one has told you on the first 2 days, all of 2021 and the first 2 days of 2022, I will take pride in being the first to tell you I love you. I believe in you. You have everything you need to be successful. Now, I know people be like, oh, if I had more money, if I had this, if I had that, everything you need to be successful is already in you. Everything. Somebody said, I want to start a cupcake cooking, but I need this, I need that. I was like, no, go in your pantry. If you got a pantry, go in your pantry, in your kitchen. If you got some cupcake mix, if you got some cake mix, some muffin tins or whatever, start right there. Start right there. Put a price on it and tell, hey, I got these. Start right there. Use the little that you have. If you have one of these, use this to start doing your YouTube. Use that. Start with the small things and you will become the ruler over many. That's all I got. Thank y'all for joining me on the first Sunday Night Dinner and Convo. I hope that I said something that inspires you, encourages you, uplifts you, and lets you know that you are not alone and that whatever the fuck life brings at you, you can handle it. You can. You're not alone. You can handle it. If you need some help, some support, you just need to come vent, find me, somebody to, hey, get it off of you. Grow, let go, and grow. Wait, let go. That's gonna be Monday motivation. Hey Shanti, that's gonna be Monday motivation tomorrow. Let go and grow. So if y'all hear that, if y'all see that tomorrow for Monday motivation, it's okay because I just got it tonight. It's a fresh start. Anyways, thank y'all. I love y'all. I hope to see y'all, for the rest of the year on Sundays. If you free on Saturdays, come hang out on Saturdays too. Um the nerves, once you get done with it, you are good. But when I started, I was a little nervous. Anyways, thank y'all. I love y'all. I will share more information about the Nurturing Conversations podcast. As soon as I drop the trailer, I'm gonna, share it with y'all on YouTube. I'm looking forward to bigger and better things. I'm gonna win. You gonna win. Together we will win in 2022. That's all I got. I love you. Until next time. Peace.